How's it going, everybody? My name is Ming Lee. Today I have Richard Lee, my good friend that I grew up with, and I got my boy Carl today. We just got into the stock market role just about what last week? Last week, Carl?
Yeah, like last Thursday.
Last Thursday?
And
Damn.
he's killing it.
Yeah, he's killing it already, man.
I wish.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
anyone can be a trader.
yeah, dude.
R- Really, like if you have the right knowledge, anyone can be a trader. Like
Yeah.
everyone's human.
when we got the main king right now, Josh Freitas. And today we're going to talk about our stories and our analysis on what we think is going to be good tomorrow. All right, so I'll start it off. I'll talk about we'll make these stories quick, right? We'll make them about 2 minutes, yeah, 2 3 minutes. Mine was I was on a downtrend. Me and Richard were trading together, and our plan was just not working. We'd always just lose everything, and then we decided to just sit on a stock and wait. And this time, there was this drink, relaxation drink. It was called the ticket number is BBDA. It was called is it B beta? Is that what it's called, Richard? Relaxation
Yeah.
drink, yeah. And
My brother sold that energy drink. Sorry.
uh,
My brother totally like in that market.
well, we had
Yeah.
we had looked at it, and it was at 6% of a penny. Then it started going up to 8% of a penny, and me and Richard decided to buy in. We said, "Hey," I told Richard, "Hey, there's this relaxation drink. You want to get in on it?"
You want to get in on it,
And
and
we both convinced each other
we
to
both
jump in.
convinced each other to
Okay, I hear the feedback now.
get feedback.
Okay, so then we get in, and how long do we wait, Richard? Like what, 6 months?
Yeah, so it was about 5, 6
Yeah.
months.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, it was forever. We were like, "Fuck, this shit ain't going nowhere." We were fortunate at that time. We were playing Diablo, Yeah, Diablo 3 came out. We were grinding there too, baby. And so what happens next is Richard texts me. Right, he gives me a call when we're on Skype, and he's telling me, "Hey man, I heard some crazy news on it. I was reading at work. Investor Hub. I'll show you guys the website, investorhub.com. Or you, this is the ticket number BBDA and Bebeta Beverages. Now they're shit. They're 1% of a penny. They're garbage now. But what had happened was someone said, what did they say, Richard? Someone said they called them and they I don't know. Explain this part, Richard.
They say that they saw a picture.
Uh huh.
So they saw a picture, right? They saw a picture that he was taking a picture of him holding his drink in a Walmart. So everybody was speculating like, oh man, they might sign with Walmart, and then the CEO was in the picture holding the drink, and he was like, "I have some big news for you guys tomorrow,
Yeah,
or the end of this week." It
yeah,
was
that
somewhat
shit was fucking
right. So
crazy the
I
next day.
was like, "So, I think they're gonna sign, make contract with Walmart."
Uh-huh.
And then out of nowhere,
It happened.
boom! The next day, that news came out that they they
They-
signed a contract with Walmart in the state of South Carolina,
Yeah.
all the Walmart in South Carolina, and then the BBDA just skyrocketed from there.
Yeah,
It was up and down, up and down. Our heart was going crazy.
yeah. That shit was
That was
fucking.
our first very big win.
Yeah, it's like
Stock.
1,700% win, right?
Yes.
It went all the way up to
Oh
one.
shit.
Yeah,
It went up almost 2 cents.
yeah. And we bought it at 6% of a penny. I'm like
Yes.
0.006, man.
Hey, if you guys have any more of that, I'll take it.
No, those were the fucking days though, man. We and Richard, we have this saying that says, "Man, life just got easier." And that morning, man, life got easier.
Life did get easier.
But we
A
were
little
greedy.
bit.
But we were greedy. Our problem was we were greedy, man. what happened? We stayed it into 1.7. We thought this shit was gonna go to $1. We are gonna have like $100,000 in our account and shit. And we didn't know the reality of the penny stock realm, which is I call the ghetto of the stock market. It don't ever really, it rarely gets out of the OTC, which is the over the counter, basically penny stock realm. And it drops right back down. Me and Richard are going, holy fuck, when do we sell? When do we fucking sell? And it goes down to 1 cent, and then it goes down to 90% of a penny, and then it goes down to 80% of a penny. We're like, we sell right here. I don't know. Did you sell the same time I sold, Richard, or did you stay?
Yes, we sold the same time. So
Yeah.
it was up to almost 2 cents. It was like that, 1.8 or so.
Yeah.
And then it keep going down to like 1.3, and it jumps right back up to like 1.8, and it goes down again. So it's like roller coaster, bad.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
then so all of a sudden the next day came around, it just keep dropping, and then we sold out from there.
Yeah. Well, if we were smarter then, I think if we knew what we knew now, we probably wouldn't have ride it all the way up too. We probably would just scalped it and scalped it and scalped it.
Yeah.
That was just our stupidity actually paid off.
Oh no, yes, it did.
It allowed us to ride that shit all the way, so.
We ride that to the max, to the rim, man.
The funny part is, man, we started telling our buddies about it, and some of our buddies got in. They got in at it so high, they lost all their money.
We didn't mean to, but it relates to that.
We really thought it was gonna be solid because, like, man, it's Walmart, man. But we learned a lesson, we learned a lesson. Don't let your friends know when it's that high. And I mean, the more important lesson was penny stocks rarely get out of the penny stock realm. We've seen some marijuana stocks get out of there, but they went right back down. So that was my story. Go ahead, Richard. Tell your story.
My stories.
Yeah, Richard. Tell us why do you love stock, man? First of all, introduce yourself. Tell us what you do.
Stocks. I don't know. One day I was getting tired of my job, and I was like, I'm gonna get into stocks. And then I told Ming about it, and also I just signed up. We both signed up, right? And then we just started with the $100 in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just play stock. It's crazy. I enjoyed it. I enjoy a lot playing stock market. It's hard, but then it's fun at the same time.
It's rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is too.
Super rewarding, especially once you become talented enough and enough knowledge, and it can pay off.
But,
Yes.
Go on, Richard. Keep on.
Yeah, and then I got into it, in the start, and then it was hard at first, like we didn't know what to do, didn't know who to follow, and then Sal just like follow this guy named Timothy Skite. So I was watching this video, and I got into it some more, and then so I was kind of following how he watches his supernovas and all that, and then so one day I just spotted it. I woke up early. I was at work, so during that time I could still trade. So I was work, and then I saw one. I was like, "Sal, this is supernova, right here, man."
Like, what are you talking about, Richard?
It just couldn't. It was going from like $2, right?
Yeah.
It was going $2. It went bam, 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 bam for $4 or $5. I was like, "Sal, this is not going down."
I'll show you guys the stock right now. This is AQXP. This is the stock Richard was talking about.
And then the next I was like, and it ended at about 10 o'clock. In at $10. The next day I was like, I'm gonna buy in. So I have $100. I bought in 8 shares of it. Oh man! And then that thing. So I hold on to it overnight. Monday came around, and that thing just took off.
Yeah.
It was like $12 pre-open. When the market opens, like $12. It jumped from 15 to 20. And then it went from 20, 25.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
It was fucking crazy, man.
And then I sold, and then it went for 30. It went up to $30, and then I sold out. And $30, it dropped, and then I sold out like 25. So I made like 150.
Oh fucking 150% return, right?
for 8 share,
Fucking incredible, man.
and then we just I don't know, man. It just went from there, and then just slowly, try to find the supernovas.
Which Richard has
And
been really successful at. I gotta admit.
there are some that I told Ming about, but he didn't want to get in. I was like, dude, this is let's keep going now. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna stop. You're supposed to go with sometimes you're supposed to just go with the flow, and
Yeah,
stop. So
give him the
it's going
trend.
up,
Yeah.
It's
go with the trend.
it's like a person selling weed. It's like, dude, this is so amazing. I'll never get caught.
It's just you have. I was like,
Richard.
Hello?
he was like, you black out too. All right, Richard, we lost you. If hopefully we get you back in. All right.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
we'll
start talking.
move on to move on to you, Josh, and then we'll end it. We'll end it with Carl.
No problem.
What?
We're gonna move on to Josh, and then we'll end up with you.
Josh, no, you.
all right, sorry
Okay,
guys. I don't
Oh, okay, you're back.
know. No idea what happened.
Okay. So,
Yeah. So I saw another one. May was in school. I was like, this is a good buy. It was like this is like a $2 something.
yes,
and it's
CNNF. I remember that one. That was my big loss.
It just went up. I was like, you have to get in. He didn't want to listen. I'm like, you have to get this. You get in, man. Go with the trend. The trend is hot right now. Volume is good and everything. Just bam, bam, went up to like $11, and then May finally bought in about what, seven.
Yeah, seven
or eight around there.
Yeah.
And then it topped at 11, and then it dropped, and then he sold. I was like, dude, you could have made a couple grand right there, easy.
Yeah, I sold at fucking $5. I fucking lost like 20% of my portfolio.
And then
Then the rest of the day, I fucking kept going back in and out, and I lost an additional 20% of my portfolio. Instead of having $2,000 in my account, I had about $1,200 to $1,100 in my account, and I'm like, fuck. I just lost $900.
so
I'm like, fuck you, Richard.
I told you to get in when it was hot. During that time, I was broke too, and I had much money, so I didn't play. But I was studying, so I found one to toast out. Think about it.
Richard was right though. He was right. I was that time I was holding on to Twitter. And Twitter was moving so slow, but
I was like, oh yeah, it's Twitter account.
But one last story, Richard. Tell them about the Weight Watcher story. That was incredible.
Oh yeah. So one morning, it was a New Year's. One morning I woke up, I was at work too, and I was on the Yahoo page. I was just looking at all the active stock or percent gainer right in the morning, and then I came upon Weight Watcher WTW. I saw a article that Oprah is gonna be signing with them, make a contract with them. So I was like, man, get this one, WTW, man, Oprah.
He said, Oprah, I didn't say anything else. I just went, what's the ticket number?
WTW.
Hey, I was like, Oprah, what's Oprah, man? What's the ticket number, man?
And then it skyrocketed. It went up, man. It just blew up from like I think it was about $10, $12.
Yeah.
And it blew up to like
20,
15, 20, 25.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
And then Maine got in, man. He made money off of that one.
I recovered from my $900 loss.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Weight Watchers brought me back up to where I got up to like 2,500. So I went back up, I covered my $2,000, and then I made an additional $500. So I was like, fuck, dude, this is incredible. Thank you, Richard, man. You got me out of my slump.
You guys remember about the stock KBIO, right? The one that went up to that 50, and then it picked up from the CEO.
Yeah. I think that's the one that. Do you remember that one, Josh? It's the one that had a crowdfunding. They had crowdfunding, and it just skyrocketed. It was going crazy. It was going like, it was losing like $20 a day, gaining $20 a day. For the longest time, it'll stay at 40 and then go back to 50, 40, and then go down to 30, go down to 20. huge jumps.
That was one big one too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Have, if I was have money in, I would have been making some money, but anyhow, I was broke then. So
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that too. How to build your financials to where you can actually be in a situation where you can trade. And I'm gonna give you guys an idea that you guys can hopefully try to apply for yourself so that you guys can be in a situation where you can trade and work and without hurting your finances. But thanks for sharing your story, Richard. That was incredible. I love those talks, man. You are the supernova king, man.
supernova.
We need you back on
We'll
the team,
see
man.
what happened. Yeah,
We need
well,
you back on the
Yeah.
team, man.
I will
Hey.
start looking again.
Supernova my account.
Yeah, right.
not down though. Not down. Up.
I can only show you guys supernova. It's up to you guys to cash out or not.
I can show
You
you.
know, I'm greedy, so I'm pretty greedy, so I'm gonna take it to all the way to the top. I'm gonna get 1,000%. Try to get 1,000%, and then cash.
Richard's exit plan is really lottery, guys.
He does have one.
Do or die. Do or die.
Richard hasn't left our second year mentality. But thanks for sharing, Richard. Up next we have Joshua. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay, so I first started trading in the summer of my 7th grade and 8th grade year, and right now I've been trading probably estimate a total of 11 years of trading stocks. I had a few years, 2 years of commodities, a full year of option trading, and this is steady option trading, steady commodity trading, and steady stock trading. I first started, I was going to say playing, but it's trading. I traded largely in crude oil. So every summer, before summer happens, I would buy crude oil. In the summertime, I would sell crude oil and make like 10, 15, 30% each year. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, why do I want to work when I'm making like all this money? It's like I just put all my savings into stocks. Yeah, it's freaking nuts. So, like, when I'm that young, like before high school, I'm like, I'm gonna be a stockbroker because stockbrokers have to make money. So little did I know stockbrokers don't make money. So yeah, a little side note. The stockbrokers, commodity brokers, all of them, they'll make money on commissions. So it doesn't matter what you do. If you make money, if you lose money, they still collect their commissions. So they'll feed you bullshit and.
Yeah, that's very interesting. We have to talk about that because I'll just give the one argument just to cut in. Sorry, that one argument for that is just that if they could beat the market, they'd be doing it themselves. But nope, they can't.
Exactly, and like these people can't, and they're good salesmen. They'll like.
They'll sell confident. They'll sound like us, right?
They're like us on this call. Like,
yeah,
you know,
like we know
you
what
say,
the fuck
yeah,
we're
you know
talking
what,
about, man. You guys gotta listen,
We're-
man.
yeah, we make money.
Yeah.
Just listen, like we're like Timothy Skykes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not exactly.
Yeah, continue on.
But continuing on, so over the years, my first about 3-4 years, solid years, using graphs. I used the RSI overbought oversold indicator, and that's pretty much the main thing. Just trade it a little bit, and then in high school I did quite a bit of trading, as in mainly swing trading. I did quite well with that. And throughout all the years, I had pretty big losses in certain stocks where like insider person, hey, buy the stock, it's going to do amazing. And you know what happened to the stock? It like went down 50%. It didn't go up. I listened to your friend. He's like, oh yeah. So it's like a friend of a friend that knows something. No, like when someone says, oh, I know something, just don't do it. Just don't. And like, especially in this news, like I heard this stock they're going to have a bunch of people buy it. Like, okay, cool. But in my stock career, I can think of there's two major stocks that I lost quite a bit of money on, and one's SVM, is the silver stock, and the person was like, "Oh, this stock's amazing. They make so much money." Blah blah. Sold the stock to me. I was playing like a violin. You know, I bought a lot of the stock, and it was in my Roth IRA, and I lost a good like pretty much all of my money in my Roth IRA. So this Roth IRA is a retirement account, and you could only deposit so much money each year, and once you lose the money, there's no making the money back. You have to wait a whole nother year before you deposit any more money in your Roth IRA.
Oh, is that right? Is that how
So
it
that's
works? Even though
yes, yeah.
you put in like 40, let's say the cap is 40,000 for the year, and
It's
you
only
lost
five
it, right?
thousand. It's only
Oh, it's even
yeah. It's
yeah,
only 5,000.
wow, it's even less.
$5,000 a year.
Wow.
You could only deposit, and I built it up pretty good, and I I seriously lost like 70% of my value because I was a fool. And what happened next? Yeah, no, it was completely like I built my account up and then I lost it. Like in like in a period of like 6 months, I lost like 70% of all the account value of everything I gained. I done 6 months. So in my main account, I was fortunate where I didn't lose my entire went all in one stock. I went about 30% of my account into Galt, and I was buying the stock. Well, first of all, I met a guy, right? You know, first, yeah, when you say I met a guy, just walk the f away. I met a guy. He was really nice, and he gave me this tip. And this time, actually, the stock went from what was like $3 a share to like 18. Um,
Holy
you guys can pull
shit! Holy
Galt up.
shit!
I made a fuck ton of money, and you know what I did? Yeah, no. Well, let me rephrase this. On paper, I made a lot of money,
Uh-huh.
and I bought it all the way to the top. And you know what happened when it hit the top? It went down, and they had a lawsuit, and then they lost the lawsuit. Not the lawsuit. I think well they had the lawsuit, and then the FDA declined them, and then everyone sold, and it's like $1. Well, now it's like $2. I talked to you like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like $1.50, and now it's $2. But yeah, so what happened? It went from like 18, and then after the FDA disapproval of the drug that they had, it went to like $4, like 4.70, somewhere around there. So a big loss. So all my money I invested in the period uptrend period, I lost in a day. It's like I just like 30% of my account just got destroyed in a day, which I could have taken the profits and I could be like killing it. Uh, so that's the other thing. And commodities, a lot of fun. And when I did that when I was 21, and I won quite a bit from that, and that's when I not mature, but experience what the big boys really do, and sculpt my mindset.
Yeah.
So
One thing that Josh has told me that he hasn't told you guys is he actually interned for what do you
series 3 commodities broker.
yeah, seriously, commodity book. So he's been with the big boys, so he has big boy knowledge.
Nice, nice.
So that's that's a huge asset to all you guys. So I want you guys to really take advantage of Josh. This is free information that's expensive, man. If you're in the outside world, and Josh is nice enough to spend his time right now to really mentor you guys for a short period of time. I think we're probably gonna do this for like a month, and then after that, we're sending everybody off on their own. Is that right, Josh?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's all good. And the other thing is that some of these other people that they're trading like 15, $20 million of like personal assets, they won't talk to you. Like for me to talk to him, like I was there for about a year, and I had to like not cozy up to him. It just took time. I just let them sink in. Like, okay, yeah, I'm here. Blah blah. I just chit chat a little bit, and became friendly, and over time, they start sharing information to me, like their trading strategies, what they do, how much time they put. Well, some of the stuff I just looked at him. I just like paid close attention. Hey, what this guy's just throwing like $1 million around like it's nothing. No, what does this guy do? taking notes. I want $1 million. So yes, there's some people like that they won't talk a whole lot, but you can observe quite a bit from them.
Mm.
And I kind of not annoyed him, but I do ask him questions. And once I start annoying him a little bit too much, I'll just like walk like, okay, thanks for talking. And then there are other people that are you can talk to him and you'll talk to him like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, like no, it's like 3 hours, but an hour straight. They just love stocks. They'll talk. They'll, hey, what do you hear about this? They'll ask you opinions. Like it's actually quite a bit of fun. So it's all over in the strategies they have. It goes from the most practical of the practical people to people that they go in and you wouldn't believe they have like in commodities they'll have like 20, 30, 40 contracts on, which is like per contract you need, let's make it easy, per contract you need about $5,000 to hold a contract. So that's 40 times. So in cash they have like $90,000 to $100,000 of trading just they put on. So in a day, that's pretty much how much the market can fluctuate. So they could lose $50,000 in like 5 minutes. Like the reality of how big these people are trading. Like it doesn't take, and this is like their personal assets. And these other people, the hedge funds, I don't know in the exact amount of trading. And one time, actually, I'll save that. I don't want to say that on recording, but yeah, one time I looked at this information. I'm like, they received the wrong information, and I looked at the number. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe these people. But yeah, um, it is absolutely fun and amazing, and I really enjoy it.
All right.
So
Well, thanks, Josh. I appreciate that story, man. I always learn something new from you, man. And
nice.
that's what we want to do here. And it's talking about something new. Speaking about something new, we got someone who actually just started the market new, and that's my man Carl Shader, man. We've known him for a long time, man. We've been through our ups and downs together. And well, we learned about this man right here, man, Carl. If you guys want to learn about saving and how to manage your money, this guy's done amazing, amazing. If I didn't have this guy in my life and our other guy, his name's Hamlet, I don't think I'd be in my financial situation right now. And it took this guy to give me motivation to take my jump and take my finances to the next level. So, uh, Carl Shader, go ahead to tell us your story.
All right. Well, I just got in the stock market on Thursday. I had a really big win immediately. My freaking graph, it's pretty much a vertical line straight up, and then I took the next day off, so then it goes, straight over. And then since then, it looks like I gave my 2-year-old nephew like a coloring crayon, and it's just scribbled all over the place. Like right now, I mean, I'm not down that much. I'm only down a few bucks, but
Percentage wise, how
yeah,
much are
it's
you down
just
percentage wise?
like at market closing today, it was like 2.58%, and now it's like 1.9.
Not bad, 2%.
So
That's
it's not
bad.
that bad. That's overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I grew up like pretty poor, so that's why I'm so good at saving, because like I don't ever want to be like that again.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much just save everything I can. Like I don't spend money if I don't have to. So I got the savings down pretty good, and learning about the stock market, I pretty much didn't even consider it until Mang told me like he quit his like
Quit my jobs.
only paying job like And I'm like, I mean, I don't know much, but I know that could be not a very good idea.
Yeah.
But
On paper, that shit looks stupid as fuck. Go on.
yeah, but I mean, I looked into it and like I bought was it Sky People? All I did is I googled like top losers of the day and I saw Sky People, SPU, and then what was it? Alair, ALR, and so I bought those and then like they just shot up like and I made was it like 7%, and so I sold and I'm like, dude, this is easy. Like all you got to do is just Google losers of the day, invest in that, and the next day you'll make money. And then I did that again, and then everything just went straight down. But yeah, and so now I'm getting into like, I mean, I'm still super new, but I'm getting into like, you know, earnings reports and like what makes a stock go up and down, or like what should make a stock go up and down. Um, like just the announcements and stuff like that.
Yeah, the indicators. You're
But
really
other
good
than
at that, man. I'm very proud of you. You've learned that in 3 days. We didn't learn that fast.
Yeah, like I was saying in the other videos, like, man, these people, they're going to be like, when I started, they're like already 4 years of my knowledge in like a week. It's freaking nuts.
It's freaking nuts, man. But you know, I'm really proud of Carl because he didn't get our information yet, and he's already gone that far. So I know with our information, our knowledge, and our experience, he's gonna excel way better than we do. You know, the only thing that we're gonna have.
Well, I pretty much learned because I had to, because you know I work all day, so I was like, how am I going to sell stock if I'm at work? You know, so then I flipped around Robinhood and stuff, and then I saw stop loss and stop limit and all that, and so that's how I learned that. And then the other day I just went to Barnes and Noble and got Trend Trading for Dummies, and I spent like 3 hours reading that.
Nice.
And that helped out a lot.
See?
Good job. No, that's actually really good.
Yeah, right.
Like,
me and Josh are big fans of readers, man. We're all about that, and like that's already a sign, knowing that me and Josh will know that you're gonna do really successful just because you put that time in, Carl.
Yeah, you keep on reading. Actually, I'll put my headset down and let me grab a few books, and I'll share a few books right this second.
Okay.
All right.
Keep going, Carl. Your story's pretty interesting.
That's pretty much it, man. I mean, like just learning the market. It's nice being able to, you know, learn something new and actually put it into action while you're learning it. Like, I mean, like I said, I've only been doing it a few days, but every day I learn something. You look into it more, and you're like, wow, this actually is how it is, you know, like all these patterns and stuff, like Head and Shoulders patterns and all that other crap. Like you look at it and you're like, dude, I can identify this graph, you know. And
that's amazing, dude. That's amazing, man.
It helps you predict what should happen, but I mean, everything I've seen, it doesn't work like the way it should. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm just a black cloud.
Yeah, you're you know, the one thing they teach you in school that I think that in finance that you should pay attention to is this is the only one thing that if you take a finance class, take a stock trading class, the only information you need to know is that the stock market takes a random walk. That's the only thing you need to know. You can't predict where this random walk is going. That's all you need.
Yeah,
to know.
especially penny stocks, because that's where all the new people go. So like they don't know what they're doing, so they're just gonna be like, oh, I'll just buy 100 shares of this cent stock, and then you know if 1,000 people do that, it's going to change the stock when they could have just had like a super bad earnings report or something like that, or you know, for all they know, they could be going bankrupt, but they're still going to invest in it anyway just because they like the name or something like that. So that's one thing I don't really like about penny stocks.
Yeah, they're not long
But
terms at all, and they're
yeah,
very. The word is volatile. They're just so active, and they're just like the whack a moles that come up and down. And you trying to hit it. You trying to hit it when it comes up. That's how the penny stocks are, man. You're just trying to hit it as it comes up.
yeah, and I'm greedy too, so I like can't like I will not set a stop loss for losing. I don't like I'll set it for winning. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna take this when it skyrockets to 15% or whatever, but it never does, and it goes straight down. So I just hold on to those because I figure, maybe someday they'll get back up to break even or maybe even profit.
Nice. Hey, we have Zach
Uh,
in here. Zach, is that you, Zach? Sorry, just I hung up on you.
Yo, how's it going? Sorry, I was having some trouble getting in.
That was fine. I think you did get in. I hung up on you. I apologize. So,
It's cool.
yeah. So Zach is also you're also new to trading too, right, Zach?
Yep.
Well, we just got
Uh,
we just got done with Carl's story. Would you mind telling us your story? Why you want to get into this?
well, um, I I work pretty much 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a growing family, and not kind of a struggling financial situation. I'm just tired of going to work and feeling like I'm not being fulfilled, I guess, as far as what I'm being paid.
Mm-hmm.
And I know stocks aren't like necessarily a get rich quick scheme or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I know people are successful in it, and I feel like I have intuition to do that. So that's kind of why I want to get into them.
Nice, man. It will definitely. I know that with the knowledge that we're gonna give you, and with your eagerness to wanting to develop yourself and to learn the process, it will be. I'm most definitely sure it will become a nice income for you too.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So tell us about what you've learned so far recently, Zach.
Um, just a lot of the definitions, really. I haven't gotten into any actual trading because Robinhood hasn't approved my account yet.
Uh huh.
There's stuff that I feel like I could have made money on already, but
Yeah.
um, been waiting like I think 3 weeks now for Robinhood. I think this might actually be my
what?
fourth week. Yeah, it's taking forever.
Weird. I got in
So
like immediately.
Wow.
it's taking so long, but yeah, I saw AMD at $3, and I knew it was rising, and I wanted to get in,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just I don't know. I feel like I could have made a bunch of money on that, but yeah,
Well, it's
it's
good.
kind of annoying.
These are the natural emotions that you're experiencing. The loss of an opportunity, right? And what we want you to do is reprogram your mind to learn from that opportunity. Saying that okay, now you saw a stock price at you saw AMD at $3, and from what you've known from AMD and what you've collected, the information that you know, it was indication for you to buy, and then you actually saw it go up. So you did something right, and you want to figure out what you're doing right. That's your goal right now as beginners. For you too, Carl. What are you doing right? And then I want you guys to write that down. What you guys are doing right. And then when you guys are wrong, you try to figure out why you're wrong. And the sooner you pick that up, like you want to get that to become, a natural instinct for you. Trading will be a lot easier because, as you guys both know, the market moves so fast. We rarely have time to do like research and everything in the moment. The only time we have research is when we're like right now, the downtime. So,
Yeah.
Josh, you want to add on to that too?
Yeah. So in when I'm day trading, well, you see me when I was day trading. We're on Skype calls, and when I make a decision, it's like right then, right there. I put the order in, and if it doesn't fill, um, most of the times it's limit orders, and commodity it's just market orders. But if it doesn't fill, or if it fills, cool. And then if the market does something shady, if it looks if it looks hairy, and if I'm making some money, I'm like, hey, I'm just take my money, good win this trade, and I'm um, looking for a different stock in the story. And um, if even if I'm wrong, there's trades. I rack up $200 over and over and over, and then I'll make a trade, and it's down $400, and then I'm like, well, you know what? I'm wrong. So just take the loss. You learn from it, and not every single trade is going to be profitable. You'll have trades where it looks like an amazing buy, but it just doesn't work out, and you have to make sure pretty much limit your losses, and it's easier said than done, and people just say, oh, um, limit it, but they don't show you how to limit your losses.
Yeah, it's this, I kind of want to give you guys like the Floyd Mayweather mindset. Just have the greatest defense, and you'll be fine in the stock market. Because you'll know, you just be like Floyd Mayweather. You only see the opportunity to attack, and that's the only time you attack. Because you know that your chances to get a profit is at a higher percentage of you losing and not dropping, and you'll start seeing those consistency come up. But I want to know more about you, Zach. So keep going with your story.
Okay. Let's see. What do you want to
Well,
know?
well, guys, let me ask you this question: what do you want to know from us? How can we help you?
Um, as far as stocks go,
Yeah, stocks or finances or everything. We're heavy book. We're bookworms, man.
um, well, I guess how did you guys get? I don't know. This comes from experience. Really, is going to be the answer. But um, like being able to read the market. Like for example, I saw in a few videos, not necessarily your guys' videos, but a few others that I've watched,
Mm-hmm.
people right before the market was opening, they were able to see, I guess, a line of buyers getting ready to buy a stock. I guess that's more software,
Mm-hmm.
um, but like they were able to see, that a stock was about to, I guess, jump off and really get going, and then they were able to buy. It was more a pre-market thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also another question I had. This is kind of
Don't be scared. Don't be
sim-
scared. Scared. Ask
uh,
everything because information is important.
okay.
We won't
Um,
belittle you or anything like that.
are some stocks more seasonal than others? Like for example, let's see, like a sporting goods store. Would their stock be higher in the summer because of their sales and whatnot?
Absolutely. Like for example, crude oil. When I first started trading, crude oil always does exactly the same thing, and I capitalized on it. And before the summer, it has a little dip down. I would buy it, and in the summer, it would go up because of everyone buying the gasoline and the increased use. And I would sell it in the summertime and make a pretty good profit. And the thing about I have the name in my head, but I'll mispronounce it. But it's a cyclical, whatever the word was. Um, the stocks do go on a pattern like that, but typically they could break out of that pattern. So I've seen where stocks will follow the pattern for like 5 years in a row, and then it would break out of the pattern going up or out of the pattern going down, just depending on the stock. But yeah, certain
Okay.
stocks it'll do the exactly same, not exactly like the price will vary, but it goes like, for example, on Activision, I always trade Activision at $9 a share, and it would go up to like about $10, $11, and I would sell. And that's the only thing I did. And then once Activision went up higher, and they pretty much got not money hungry, but they started making a lot more money, and it's in the 40s right now. I don't remember the
Yeah.
exact price right now, but I
Okay.
always traded Activision, bought it at around $9, $10, and sold it at 11, and made a great profit
Yeah.
every year. And now it's at $40 plus. So that's a good example. And in the reverse of that, you could be doing that,
Mhm.
and the stock could be like $1. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Into
yeah. So go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was
Yeah,
gonna ask. Go
I'm finished talking now.
ahead.
So
I was gonna answer Zach's first question, the whole pre-market thing. Um, in the I'll send you my link, Zach. This is
Okay.
my process I do every morning, just for my day trading process. So I have two mindsets that I create for myself when I trade. I have one that I follow. There's these stocks that I follow all year long, and that's like Weight Watchers. That's AMD. That's what's the other one? I follow NNM. It's an overseas company, and I follow Netflix and I follow Apple. So I know them like by heart. They're like my football players. I know when they're gonna go up and when they're gonna go down, and like I know the range that they usually tend to stay in. You know, so if they get down to like a price where I know that they usually hold for, like for Netflix usually drops down to 85 and then it bounces back up to 100. So that's like the range. So that
Okay.
when it gets down to 85, that's usually my indication saying, okay, it's time to buy this guy, and it's a long term investment. It'll take like a week or two for them to get to like their $90 to $95 to get a good 10% gain. And then there's the other side of me, my day trading mindset, where I'll send you the list, and there's a website that actually shows you the pre-market gains, the stocks that are having the most pre-market buys and the most pre-market sells. And then from that list, you just choose which one you want to jump in. You want to jump in. You look at them and then you analyze them. I usually look at them and say if they have good volume, why they're up, and do I think that it's going to take off when the market opens. So it's more like a gamble.
Okay.
That's more of a gamble at that point. But after a while, you can start seeing you start seeing the patterns. I usually look at the news and the volume. If the news and the volume is correct, a healthy volume would be pre-market would be close to almost a million, like, or at least a half a million is good too. When it's like only like 10 to 20 million, I mean 10 to 20,000 range, the volume, which is the trading, how much people are trading in and out in the pre-market, it's usually it means it's a slow stock and it's not going to move that much. But if it's close to like a million, that means a million shares have gone in and out, and most likely it's gone in. So you you just tell yourself, okay, this is a good scalp opportunity. This is not a moment for you to get in for a long term, but it's a good opportunity for you to get in real quick and get 5, 6% and get out. So
Yeah, and that's more of the stocks. How I'm envisioning my pro stock trader self
mm-hmm. That's a
um,
good thing you're doing. Keep going.
is being aggressive but um,
You're
cautious at the same time.
you're
Um,
probably more of an action person.
I want to get in and get out without losing any money or very little because I know it will happen. But
Mm-hmm.
um,
Very good.
I,
Very good. I love that.
I I want to I want to come in with the realist expectation, I guess, that I can have for trading, I guess.
Yeah, you know the concept of Murphy's Law, right? You ever heard about that?
Is that is that the one where there's Moore's law and Murphy's law?
Yeah, Murphy's Law is
I'm not
anything that can happen will happen.
okay. Yeah, I get them mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah, and with Murphy's Law, yeah, you're Murphy's best friend when you jump into the market. so so it could go either way, and your goal is to understand Murphy, you know, and understand what Murphy's gonna give you. I always joke around: the stock market giveth, and the stock market taketh. So the stock market will give you a certain percentage. You know, sometimes it's more than the 5 to 10%. Sometimes it gives you the 100%. But if you want the average percentage that it usually gives, it's about 1 to 5%. So you just think, okay, if I can get 1 to 5%, keep compounding that and compounding that and compounding that, your slow growth will grow. So your mindset is pretty good, Zach. The next part would be the experience to get to start
Yeah.
feeling your heart beating, start feeling the blood rushing, start becoming aware of your mind telling you stay in a little bit longer, stay in, you're feeling the greed, and trying to stay logical and not emotional. You know.
Yeah. And that's one of my things. Like with AMD, for example, I'm kind of emotional about that one because I am a gamer, so AMD kind of has a place
Yeah, man. Me too,
for
man.
me. So it's like they're the underdog, and
Yeah,
I just
right.
want to see their stock reach Nvidia levels. But
Yeah,
um, you know,
and I think they will
it's
too.
just
I think they will too. I think because me.
I quarter four. I think they're gonna quarter four, quarter one next year.
Uh-huh.
I think they're gonna get up there.
Yeah, because they really do make good products. I don't know what's going on with their business structure. You know.
Well, after the new CEO got in, I think she's really turned the company around. So
Most definitely,
I think,
I agree with you there.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited for AMD and a lot of their products coming up. So yeah,
See, that's good. So AMD is going to be your first player on your roster. Your first.
AMD is my first player. Another one, uh, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this as well. Wayfair, um,
What's the ticket number? Do you know?
they
The ticket.
just W,
Okay.
and it's a furniture company.
Wow.
Kind of like an Amazon, but they've had a lot of movement uh, in the past. They're a new company, but they've had a lot of movement in the past, I think, month now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
They're up about a good 20%. Wow.
yeah, that's one of my long terms there,
Mm-hmm.
or prospective long terms. Um,
Wow.
I want to see um, if they'll grow to expand to something like an Amazon or something like that eventually.
Okay, so let's
Um,
the way you would do it, right? Have you ever read balance sheets before, Zach?
no,
Okay, so
I don't think
I'm
so.
recording this live, so I'll show you when it'll be on my screen. You can rewatch this video again when I post it up, and you'll be able to see it.
Okay.
But I'll talk as we're doing. I have a Wayfair on my screen right now, and I'm also gonna open up. Since you said Amazon, right?
Hmm.
You want to see if it's gonna hit Amazon levels. We'll show you their balance sheets, and all you would do is just compare their balance sheets. And the reason why I talk about balance sheets are really more for long-term investments. You want to see if these guys are being managed correctly. When it comes to penny stocks, you don't need to look at balance sheets or anything. They're just garbage. They're they're like I think like 1%. I'll
They
be
don't even
like,
have to report, don't they?
say again.
They don't even have to report if they don't want to,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they
Some of them.
yeah. Some of them don't even put their earnings. They can hold off on it forever.
Cover.
Yeah, so that's why it's like they're really scary. I call the penny stock round the ghetto of the stock market. You can make a lot of money in the ghetto, but they can also take a lot from you. So you just got to be careful, be aware of what's going on. But I'm gonna open up this balance sheets, and how you can get to the balance sheet is if you go to key statistics, so you can see their profit margins. So you said that Wayfair is a brand new company, and they are. You can see their balance sheets. I have right here their finances. So their profit margin right now is at negative. Say again. Did someone say something?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So their profit margin is at negative 3.56%, and the operation margin is at negative 3.74. So they're not they're not down too much since they're a brand new company. They're probably heavy on investors right now, um, paying for the operations. We'll go into Amazon's key stats. So Amazon's profit margin is at only 1.6%, but it's on a profit, and the operation margin is at 3%. Um, the return on assets is 4%, positive 4%. Their return on equity is 13%. But their market cap, their business is worth about 356 billion, and then Wayfair right now is actually worth about 4 billion. So yeah, they look pretty healthy for a brand new. The return on equity is something to worry about. It's at negative 37%. You'll see on the video when you rewatch this part at 54.30, and the return on assets is a negative 10%. So they're slowly growing. the positive thing I would say is Tesla really had negatives everything. Their key stats were just terrible. I think they're still terrible, and you just never know when these. Yeah, see their profit margin. Tesla makes negative 23% each year, and
Oh wow.
yeah, and their margin, the operation margin is about negative 20%. So they spend about 20% of their capital, and they lose about 20% each year. So, but they're worth $33 billion, and the return on equity is a negative 113%. God damn, that's terrible. That's terrible. They make about 4.25 billion dollars a year. They actually profit about close to almost $1 billion. So, but well, Elon Musk is doing something there. But to answer your question, sorry, I dragged on a little bit. Yeah, they look like they might get there. Um, the best thing to do right now with Wayfair is just to follow it. You just follow Wayfair for the next couple of
Okay.
months. Basically, the earnings. Just check the earnings. If the earnings start slowly growing, then it's good. I think they look like a solid company to buy. That's my answer. If anyone else want to add on to that, Josh,
What's their price?
say again.
What's the price per share?
Wayfair right now is at
I think 46.
yeah, $46. This morning they opened at $44. They were up $2 today, up close to 5% today, and in the after hours they're at 46.59. So they look like they're going well. They this whole week it's been up from $40 to 46. Man, that's incredible.
Yeah, no, they're doing pretty good. The only thing I would just be worried about it going down. I'm not sure if the other people's mindset would be like, hey, they want to take some profits, or um,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like as of right now, yeah, you can make money off of it totally. I just like with myself, I'm not sure what the future is going to be if this stock breaks. Let me go back and look at the high.
The
If the stock does, yeah, if the stock does go above
53.
the 50 is $57.
Is it 57?
If
Yeah.
the stock, yes, well, it's 56.84.
Yeah.
But if the stock does go above $57, it could hit $60 easy if it breaks above that 57. Well, a joke, and then from there, just I seen stocks go from like Activision. Activision chills around $9, $10. It does some good stuff. Climbs up all the way to $40. So this stock can climb up all the way to like $80 pretty easy from 57. So no, I can totally see it happening. When I don't know.
Yeah.
If like what happens if this company gets hit with a lawsuit? Like I'm not sure what will actually happen in the future. So it's just all the little things you have to just soak in, and if something happens, you just have to play accordingly. Like you get drawn, like this morning, I got drawn a good hand and I got out. But sometimes there's a little bit of luck factor into it. Sometimes you're lucky, other times zero luck. So
yeah. Anything else today, Zach?
I think that's gonna be it. Trying to think. I'm sure I'll have a bunch more questions.
Yeah, write them down.
Um,
Write them down next time.
yeah,
we
I'm gonna write them down.
Well,
Probably post them in the chat or the page.
yeah.
Um,
I would love it if you
But
post it
no.
in the page, so that way everyone can see it too. So that way everyone else can learn too.
Yeah, how many people are in that chat?
The chat, I think there's like only like 8, not the whole group. I've been
Oh, damn.
lazy to add everyone in. I'm kind of afraid of the chat because when someone asks us a good question, it's gonna get lost in the feed,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the chat's good for in the morning when we're all getting ready to, get our find our crazy stocks that are kicking in. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's amazing, Zach. We'll spend the last 5 minutes talking about which stocks we're going to choose tomorrow and why we're following them. Okay, we'll just choose one each, yeah, and that way we can get some analysis and get uh, you just choose why you choosing the stock, and then just explain the reason why. Don't be afraid to be wrong, because no one's actually 100% accurate in the stock market, and we want you to learn to just trust yourself. So I'm gonna go first tomorrow. I'm actually watching two. I'm watching AMD and I'm watching Weight Watchers, because they broke their lows. They broke their support levels, and support levels are when the stocks hit a certain price, that when it drops down to a certain price and doesn't want to drop down anymore. And Weight Watchers was around $11 and it dropped. It dropped, and for AMD, the support was around 670, and now it just dropped even lower. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm trying to figure out what's the new support for them. So those two are gonna be the one I watch in the morning. Go ahead, Richard.
Let's see here, and I'm not sure. I was looking at these, the percent gainers today.
Uh-huh.
I think that there might be some that could be a good short. Cause they just skyrocket at the end.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they're just a pump and dump.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I think ship. It's a SHIP. The quote
Yeah.
there. It went up really high today
Mm-hmm.
for earnings, and I think that it's just gonna drop again. Um, I don't know. I'm still learning myself here, so
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
not too sure.
Okay. All right. Ship for you, huh? Short ship tomorrow.
Yeah, short.
Okay.
I believe it might go down.
Okay.
I second that.
All right. Go ahead, Carl. Your turn.
I'm looking at hold on. I was looking at MGT.
Uh-huh.
I got in. It looked like it was growing, so I bought in at 348,
Uh-huh.
and then
What's your game plan?
I did that right before the market closed, because what I had a habit of doing over the past couple of days is buying right when the market opens, thinking like these things are going to skyrocket, and then they go straight down. So I tried buying when the market closed. I bought them at like 12.55, and then overnight it already went up 22 cents.
Nice.
So
So we'll say in the morning.
I'm hoping that I'm hoping that it goes up. I mean, there's no real reason. I didn't really do any research or anything. I saw that throughout the day it like steadily grew. It didn't like really have too many sharp spikes up or down or anything. So I figured if it just keeps that steady pattern, I can make a good, 10%, 5% maybe.
Nice. Do some swing trading, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And your turn.
And
Go ahead, Zach.
Zach.
Even though you're not, even though you're not in it, so
Even though you're not in it, so
keep going.
yeah. One that I'm just observing right now. AMD, and this stock called Cure, Qure,
Mm-hmm.
and Planet Fitness, just to see what they're gonna do. But their financials don't come out until the 11th, so I'm just kind of watching it right now.
Yeah, that's good, man. I remember Planet Fitness and Weight Watchers were battling out at the beginning of this year, and they were like holding hands with the same prices. So it would be interesting, and it's just go add on to what you asked earlier about the trends in the seasons. They do work out that way. Weight Watchers went up this year because of the New Year's resolution. Same thing with Planet Fitness, and then the diminishing people that stopped going to gyms brought down the prices too, so they dropped down too. So they do follow.
Yeah, they were actually the inspiration for that question originally.
Yeah,
because I knew people went in New Year's resolutions and everything, blah blah blah, and then just stop going, I guess.
Yeah, and you'll and another one just to add. I just want to quickly add this before we go to Josh. At the end of the year, people actually sell their stocks too, so they can claim it for taxes. So the end of the year could be a sign for what they call a bear market, which is when the market drops. So those are time to be cautious too. At the same time, those are times to have discount prices on stocks, just to keep in your mind. Just to understand
Okay.
the tax part, and then we'll talk about the tax part later too, because that's a very important one too. Go ahead, Josh, your turn.
Okay, so starting off, I have a few books. One, it's the Electronic Day Trader, and then the second book is 24 Essential Lessons for Investment Success. That's like different investment ideas. Pretty good book. I read through it. Don't remember everything, but there's some good knowledge in there. There's another one. It's how to make money in stocks. Kind of like the basic. I mean, how you said like how to like read charts or the
Mm-hmm.
read charts for dummies.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of same concept, but they have a bunch of stuff in there. There's one. It's the Mighty Mesa. It's about option trading, and then there's a fun book. It's called President Me, and that book's about just like making jokes about like our country and stuff and what people do. But that book is just like it's just a funny book. So I like that book. So stocks for tomorrow. I am short. I'm already short GoPro, and I'm long on Weight Watchers. Tomorrow Weight Watchers should go up, and then it looks like GoPro's going to go down. So at the end of the day, I'll know for sure if my positions.
We all know.
Yeah, we'll know. Yeah, well, I'll know for sure if I'm like keep on holding the stock. For example, if it goes down lower, if it closed lower, then I'm just gonna hold the position. More than likely going to hold the position. But if it just goes down and then goes up and doesn't, if there's more buying power kicks in, I'll just close my positions out.
Nice,
But yeah,
nice. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to all you guys. Welcome to this next journey in your finances, Zach and Carl, Richard.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're, I'm not me and Josh are saying we're like the best at it, but we've learned so much. We found a way to be consistent with this, and we want to teach you guys too. And actually, we really wanted to see if we can teach someone what we know, and then have them excel beyond us, so we can learn from you guys. Because everybody has a unique gift, uh, a unique edge towards life, and we're figuring out. The more people that we've met with stocks has actually helped us build our stock portfolio. So we're like, why don't we just try helping out other people? and
yep,
and at the same time, we're all big fans of finances, how to properly manage your life, how to. Okay, I was gonna share this idea to help you, so you can learn to trade. You can trade without hurting your bank account. All right, and this is the idea. It came from Robert Kiyosaki. He says, with your money that you earn, right? This is what you do. You make three piggy banks. One piggy bank, the first piggy bank, and the one you gotta take care of first is your expenses. So your goal is to write down how much your expenses are. Mine a month are about close to $700. I brought it down to that much. It used to be about 1,500. I'm like, I can do 700. And
Yeah.
and then you make your second account for fun, right? You take your earned income, and then once you covered up your expenses for the month, you make a fun account so that you can take your family out to go eat. You can go and spend out, have meals go out and hang out, have a nice night out. And then your third account is your investment account. Then you put money in there, and that's the account that you use to invest. And your goal is just to make sure you put your hard earned income into those three piggy banks. But your priority always is your expenses first, and then your the other two you can choose how much you want to split the rest of your earned income into. And over time, you'll start seeing your it doesn't look like much at first, but then over time you start seeing, wow, I'm having money to trade now. And when you trade your money, it doesn't hurt you that much because you know that you can afford trading because you have your expenses and you have your fund account taken care of. So that's the idea. It's worked out for me. That's how I'm able to trade with. I'm able to do what I'm doing right now. So that's my gold nugget for tonight. Hopefully that helps you guys out.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Are we done recording that?
Yeah, I recorded that.
Nice.
The gold nugget.
Yeah.
The gold nugget at the end.
We'll look at the end.
Yeah.
So, oh man, do you guys gotta go right now?
I'm still good. I'm still good talking. If you guys want to, I'm gonna stop the video.
I just want to know your guys' opinion on NVCN. What do you guys think about that? Because you guys know more than I do.
NVC.
It's at 55 cents right now. You sent that newsletter. What did they say they were gonna do with it?
Right now it's at 54, 55. I mean, it's only getting up to like a high of 60, and they invented this mitral valve. It's a valve for your heart, and they're the top of the industry with it. It's a $3 billion industry, and there's no other competitors, but they have a lawsuit against them saying that they stole the idea from one of their partners who's based in Boston, Massachusetts, named Cardivac or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And so what's happening is there's a $70 million lawsuit against them that's prohibiting them from using the thing too. And so since the Cardivac is in Massachusetts and the NVCN Neovasic, it's based in Canada. So basically they have to go to Canada and retry the company, and it's going to cost a shitload of money to just do that alone. So like in my head, worst case scenario is they settle for less than 70 million, and then they get the patent on the
They're
mitral valve,
uh-huh.
and that's a $3 billion industry, and so they'll like instantly, have no competitors, and they'll have like free use of it. So I feel like it, and the best part is this is all going to happen on August 5th and 11th.
What's coming up?
So it's like, yeah, so there's like almost no waiting, and that paper I sent you on this group chat,
I'm reading it right now.
it does an excellent. It gives an excellent description of the upsides. It doesn't really give you any downsides. It just says like worst case scenario is the absolute worst case scenario is they go absolutely bankrupt and you sell for like 11 cents or something like that. And the probable worst case scenario is they get bought out by a bigger pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
In which case you can still make money.
Josh,
and then best case scenario is they get the patent and all that.
I went through some stocks that went through lawsuits too, and it's as we know, lawsuits take a long time to finally like cover. But they do.
Yeah, because the lawsuit happened in like 2013 or something like that, so it's like finally coming to a close.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then, in that situation, holy shit, dude, this might be so it's a big gamble.
It is.
Yeah, like in my head, like it's 54 cents. So like if I spend like $30, like I wouldn't mind losing $30 because the risk to reward. Because like the reward, it can go up, like 1,000%.
This guy says it's gonna go up 2,500%. Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, like.
How about this? We'll pull Galt up, GALT. So exactly same thing. If you go to a yearly, I think you have to go back longer than a 1 year.
Go back longer
Pull
than
the chart up right
Hold
now. Oh shoot! I went back 3 years. It's a little bit more. So the stock was super low. It was like $3, and the high was $19.11. And then the not the USDA, but FDA disapproved their, I forgot what product. Like they use like apple skin of apples for like some stupid disease. But they were passing all their trials and whatever. And a guy told me about it, and I was making a lot of money off of it. And then and I bought it all the way to the top, because people say, hey, if you buy a position, if you're making money on that position, buy more of it, and then buy more of it. And if you keep on making money, like pretty much the more money you make, the more you buy. And then what happened was it dropped down to like 4 something. So that's pretty much just life, as in the gamble you take in with the pharmaceuticals. You just have to be super.
You just gotta be aware of.
You have to be careful.
Yeah, be aware of the big risks that come along with it. Yeah.
Because
But Carl's right though.
on the 5th, if they don't have a what is it, like, I don't want to say probable cause or whatever, but if the lawyers, if they don't have anything by the 5th, then
it's gonna skyrocket, dude.
It's dropped. It's dropped.
Yeah. So I'm putting that on my watch list right now.
So,
That's pretty interesting.
Which one? Which side is trying to prepare? Because what it sounds like when you're telling me, first of all, it's NVCN, right?
Yeah.
Okay, NVCN, and then the suing company is Cardiac or something like that. I gotta look it up.
So it's so Cardiac based in the United States, and NVCN is no. I got opposite. NVCN is United States. Cardiac's in Canada.
No, you had it right the first time.
Okay. So, Cardiac in the United States, NVCN in Canada. So, what I think, pretty much the side is trying to screw over NVCN, because they know NVCN has something that works, and they want a piece of the pie. To be honest, that's what it looks like.
So you're saying we should buy? No.
See the date, like, if you go to the historical prices, you can see like it's an average like $2 to $3 stock, and then as soon as the lawsuit hits, it goes down to 80 cents, and then
oh no shit, yeah.
it just stagnates at around,
I saw that.
Stagnates at around 40 cents. So I'm like, if this lawsuit drops, that's the reason it went down. So like, why wouldn't it go back up to like $2 eventually? You know?
Do you know if Robinhood allows us to trade it?
Yeah, it does. I already have 64 shares.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
I'm waiting for my other stuff to clear so I could buy more.
All right, I'll definitely put this on the watch list. Yeah, this week is pretty interesting because all the earnings reports are coming out too for everyone else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to ask is for the ticker name Play, Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
It's so freaking like steady. Like the historical prices and their income reports are like amazing. They're profitable. They're opening a store in Fresno and in Tampa like super soon, like this year.
Yeah.
Or early 2017, and it just dropped to $41.
Yeah, it's a good dip. Yeah, a good dip buy right now.
Yeah, I feel like, but the only thing is, it's for me, it'd have to be like a long hold because I can't drop like $1,000 on it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd only be able to afford like a few shares.
Which stock is this?
Play, PLAY.
PLAY.
Shit, that is oversold.
Yeah.
And they have no competition. Their competition is Buffalo Wild Wings and Hooters, and those aren't even the same like category. Dave & Buster's is a arcade bar, basically.
Dude, the earnings are super great, man. They always exceed it. Holy shit.
Dave & Buster's is a Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Oh, is that right?
Exactly.
There's one
exactly.
You been to one, Richard?
Yeah, there's one up here in Minnesota.
It was pretty fun.
I haven't been to one, but it's just a Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Oh, so there's like strippers and stuff there. No wonder why they have great earnings.
Okay.
No, yeah, today actually looks like a great day to
To
buy
buy
that
for a
stock.
long, huh?
Yeah, for a long.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the only thing that sucks is it's
It's a
a
long.
little expensive now.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
mean,
The percentage is the
yeah,
same though.
compared to
The percentage is still the same, Carl. Just see as
yeah,
that.
like yeah, basically. But yeah, like I don't know. It's just it's
The,
it goes up about like 50 cents to $1 like almost every single day.
mhm. I wonder why it dropped today though.
I don't know, dude. Like their earnings report came out and they exceeded it.
Yeah.
They exceeded the estimate or
Yeah,
whatever.
they did, man.
And
They did.
it didn't come out today. It came out a little while ago.
Yeah, I
But
can see. I can see the stock go up after it came out. Damn, it went from 40, about 40, 46 to close to $50. Wow. So these are like these big stocks are more for like when you have bigger accounts, where
yeah,
where they don't move too much to where you can manage it a lot easier, and the
hmm
shares are easier to buy into.
yeah. I'm super happy I found it. Like,
Yeah,
because I haven't been able to find a stock where I can really like
set.
see any kind of pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it was nice to find one where you can actually learn from it instead of it being like way up and then way down.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But yeah, those are my two
Two follows, huh?
on my watch
Damn,
list.
Carl,
Yeah, two follows.
you're getting pretty good at this, Carl.
Yeah.
And then
How long has this been?
It's like
I don't know, like 3 days, 3 trading days.
Shit.
yeah, that's incredible. I didn't have that kind of analysis until my third year in.
And then ESEA is another one on my watch list. I bought it a little high, but I feel like it might be able to
To bounce, huh?
bounce. Yeah, I bought it at 320.
Uh huh.
Or no, I'm sorry. What did I buy it at? Hold on, let me look.
Oh, it opened up really high today. I think it probably got affect if the Nasdaq really took it down too with it.
Yeah, I bought it at 320, and overnight it went up to 322.
Oh, you swing bought this one?
Yeah, but I bought it like really freaking high for some reason.
Yeah, the market order probably executed that high. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna dip down, but I mean go up before closing, but it didn't.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's under Nasdaq, so um, before I leave you guys, Zach and Carl, um, my uh, my morning routine is I'll send you guys the websites where I look at the most the pre-market gains and the pre-market losers, and then
hmm
the stock app that I'm using is called Stock Pro. Carl already has it. I don't know if you have it yet, Zach.
No, I need to get it.
Okay, yeah, it's free.
Is it for Android?
Yeah, it is. It's free, and I would encourage you to get it because they actually are real time too, and they show you like the markets before they open, where they're at, because no one else shows it, but then they do. Um, it's called Stock Pro, and you want to download that and uh, look at that in the morning. That usually gives you an indication of where the market might go. If it starts off red, then it gives you a sign that says it could be a down day. If it's green, it could be a good day. But I mean, there's just little indications. And then yeah, I look at my uh, that Stock Pro will give you the pre-market gains on them too. It'll allow you to see if how much they're gonna open up at, and then you make your decisions from there. So
What do you guys? Is there any app that can send you like push notifications for a certain stock's like news updates, like
Yeah.
because I'm so afraid the stock's gonna announce like bankruptcy, and I'm gonna be working and not even like feel my phone or anything, and then look, and it's fucking like 0 1 cent.
Yeah, Stock Pro actually allows you to do that. There's a news feed that you can click on, and so you can subscribe.
Oh,
to
really?
Yeah. And you just put your news.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. I'll make a video on it to show you guys how to use Stock Pro. I think it's a little bit different for Androids,
Oh.
but they should be the same. It's
Cool.
a very powerful tool. It's very cheaply made, but it's so powerful. The design is terrible, but then it's very powerful for free software.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'll make sure to get that to you guys tomorrow. But an hour and 30 minutes later, sorry guys, if it was really interesting talking to you guys, and I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys learned a lot too. And don't be discouraged so early. Just know that this is your education process, and that like Zach said, the best trader in you want to get to him fast. You want to figure out who that is for you. Me and I think it was me and Josh were talking about. No, me and Carl. It was me and Carl talking about 10 years from now, that person that that you want to be. Ask him that question. How did you get there? We always have that conversation ourselves. Man, if I only knew this, when I was younger, man, I'd be so much richer. So your goal is to find that. What is that I only knew? I wish I only knew this. So get there quicker. So you catch up to your 10-year-old self and say, "Hey, I beat you." All right, I'm very philosophical. So thank you guys. Have a good night, Zach. Can you tell me where you're from? Are you from the East Coast side?
I live in Mississippi right now.
Mississippi, huh? It must be like
Yeah.
2 o'clock right now, right?
It's like 1:30.
Shit, sorry to keep you up.
it's it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming along too, man. And we'll try our best to help you out, Zach. Any questions? I'll even give you my personal number if you ever need any questions. All right?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. All right, Zach, Carl, Richard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the video here, but if you guys still want to sit and talk, we can sit and talk. All right?